11 points to 2, so very comfortable. That happens a lot in Taekwondo, doesn't it? You have a really tough one, and then you're absolutely dead on your feet when you come out for the next bout.
Yeah, you see it all the time, and you see that the matchup should be better than what it was, but the person before that was so physically able to take it out of you. So, you know, there's definitely a lot of training that goes into that to make sure that. Crystal Week's an interesting story. Fights for Puerto Rico, lived in the U.S. for most of her life, so had an opportunity there and has really taken effect of it. You know, has had some medals at the Junior Worlds, so and also an Olympian there in Rio. So fought in Rio and did a good job there. So.
Mandic, the world number 2 at minus 73 kilo level. Crystal Weeks ranked at 34 in the world. So she's got a tough ask here, but having she's beaten everybody who's come her way. She actually beat the number 3 seed, Sanaz Shabazi of the United States, by 15 points to 1. So you don't beat Shabazi 15-1 without having some real ability. She's looking quite busy here early on. Mandic, what can you say about her? She's been and done it all.
Yeah, she really has. I mean, she's the consummate professional athlete that has just been around, and she, you know, her coach Dragon is, you know, not just a great coach but a great friend, and he really knows this game as well as anybody in the world.
Weeks only 19 years old, very young, just coming onto the scene. Mandic is 26 years old, so quite a bit of distance in age.
Both athletes covering extremely well right now, so I'm very impressed with their ability to cover their hogu and keep their head back so they don't get scored on. So it's a great start here for both athletes.
It's a little bit different from the last bout we saw, isn't it? And this is
yes,
the beauty of the sport. You know, it's a little bit more tactical and perhaps weak. So, you know, she's only 19. She knows that she's stepping up in this bout and she's possibly been a little bit more careful. But Mandic with the head kick.
Oh, yeah, very strong kick right to the headgear, and exactly how she did that same kick to win that match in the semifinals against our U.S. player, Madeline Gorman-Shores. Same exact front leg roundhouse kick to get it late and to extend her lead and end up winning that match and ended up here in the finals against Crystal Weeks from Puerto Rico.
Weeks says she won the 2015 Pan American Games at the youth level, not senior level. She's only just moved into seniors in later on. In fact, that was her last youth event. So a nice way to finish with a gold. But at senior level, she's done pretty well. US Open, she was a silver medal at Reno, Nevada last year. And here she is hunting. She's going to get at least a silver here this year. But against Mandic, you know, it's when you've got an athlete who's so young and you know you're going up against somebody like Mandic, you know, what do you say to them in the coaching corner when they're sat there next to you and you know that they're going up against somebody who's so much more experienced? You know, do you just say to them, look, concentrate on your own game, just do the things, you know you're up against somebody who knows the sport well, so they're not going to give you cheap points. Is that sort of conversation that you have?
Yeah, no question. Give them some belief, first of all. Hey, you know, it's our time, not theirs. You know, we're coming up. Two is like, we're not going to give them too much respect. You know, that's something that's very important to do, you know. But they're going to be savvy, and you're not going to be able to make mistakes. You know, those are your common sense things. And then just sticking with the game plan. Whatever the game plan that we want to execute that game plan and stay with it. If it's not working perfectly, you have to stay with it. This is a 3-round or 4-quarter match or however you want to look at it. But it's 3 full rounds, and we got to stick with the plan and see if we can execute it.
These two have never fought each other before, which is no real surprise.
Physical. Both fighters are extremely physical, and I like that. They'll be fine with these new rules because the physicality of their game is there, and it's proven right now in this match.
Yeah, we are seeing that left, right, and centre. Fight after fight, all around us on all the different courts. We're seeing physical encounters, and it's almost for the past few years we feel as if we've had the sport sort of taken away from us, isn't it? You know, all the sort of medical precision of touching the pads in the right place and withdrawing and becoming very negative and defensive. This is what Taekwondo is here.
Yeah, as we talked earlier, and we'll reiterate to the audience now, is that you know, we feel like we're seeing Taekwondo with both legs, with dynamic techniques, with great forward and back movement and ankle movement like you talked about, and still keeping that flexibility of the front leg. So maybe the best of both worlds here.
Another Gamjon there for Mandic. We're going to see a card from the Serbian corner.
Yeah, a very experienced coach, so he wants a...
Yeah, see, he's going to know what the use of the card is about.
It's interesting because that did look like there's a little bit of translation issues there with that. So we're going to find out exactly how this works out. But again, you know, an Olympic gold medalist, two-time Olympic gold medalist coach sitting there. I'm pretty sure he has the ability to use his card effectively.
He's not going to throw the card away.
no question.
You do see, and again, mentioning no names, but you do see sometimes emotive cards come out. You see coaches. I'm not going to mention names, I want to, but you do see coaches, and there are a few famous ones that I've seen, and I have commented on it over the years, where you do see the emotive card being used. And we are going to see the replay in the screen, which is a good idea. They've fixed the technology here, so let's have a look. There was some sort of punch movement that the coach made. Oh, thank you, Stephen. We've got a cameraman, of course. So
look at that.
See
first class, Stephen, first class for us all the way here.
He knows his stuff. Multiple jobs. Okay, well, we've gone a little bit forward there. We need to go backwards a bit more now. There we go. This is the issue. So something around... I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Oh, here we go. It's just like Minority Report all over.
Yes, it is. A great movie, by the way.
Wonderful movie. From a technical point of view, when there's 1 pixel and they zoom into it, and then they clean it up, and you suddenly get a full HD picture out of that 1 pixel. I really want to know how they do that.
Yes.
Right, okay. It looks like the card was successful
yes.
because they're now taking a point away from red. Okay, very good card.
Yeah, excellent card. You know, and again, you know, I wouldn't expect anything less from the coach from Serbia.
Yes. Weeks really putting pressure on her. Superb. This is great defense from Mandic. She's not conceded a point yet in this final. Those arms, you know, they're just a barrier there, aren't they?
They are. There's your wall, if you will, and she's going to make sure that Weeks is going to have to earn it, and she's going to have to earn it with pressure and scoring offensively, and she's ready for it. Great offensive kick.
2 points.
Yeah, it really looks in control. Both players fall, but she really looks in control right now.
Yeah. That was superb. She just saw Weeks having a little breather for 2 seconds and went, right, 2 points. And Weeks never even moved. And that's experience, you know, that's class for you when you just see the opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes your best defense is to attack when they're not ready. And as an experienced fighter as Mandic is, you know, she's going to find those openings.
Yeah. I was talking about that with Sherman yesterday on the commentary. And he was telling me, you know, there's a few little tricks. He was telling me, you know, there's a few athletes who do this little pad on the back because in training, when you're too close, you pad.
Yes.
And he goes, and he said, you know, they do the pat, you know what I'm going to say next, and then they kick because the guy who you've patted on the back relaxes and thinks, but you've got to wait for the referee to call it. I did a commentary at the European Games in Baku with John Cullen, good old John Cullen. You might know John, tall Scottish, used to be British international, used to be British team captain, and. Although I always said to John, that's before they were any good, of course. But he said when he competed, you know, he invented the move where he was fighting somebody, and he'd be looking them in the eye, and he'd like look at the screen and then go like that to them, and they'd look, and he just kicks them. And he said he was so proud that he invented that maneuver because he's seen it used by a lot of athletes. I don't think I've ever seen it used, but it's sometimes you don't know, you know. And he said you can do it with your eyes. You can just move your head to the screen and. You know, and of course that is one of the things as a coach. There are some athletes out there who do like keeping an eye on the score and knowing what's going on. And you can, I know that I've heard this from a British angle, that there are athletes who will just look at the screen a couple of times, and those are the times you can get them.
Right.
There's almost a pattern. Anyway, back on with the action here. There's a free tip for you.
Yeah, no, we see it. We'll look for those we look for those patterns as well. But if you can give me some insight, I'll take it.
I'll give you some names, yeah.
Oh,
I'll tell you, oh.
Twisted, looked like a little roll of the ankle there.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Crystal Weeks is doing much looking at the screen at the moment. She's she had a little twist in the ankle, but oh.
Well, they're in rest time right now, so they need to get that fixed. There you go.
Yeah. They were giving her a bit of time off. Yeah, we almost had a Steve Lopez, Damon Sampson moment there.
With just under a minute and a half left, Weeks is going to have to put on a pretty big flurry here. So she can do it. She has the ability to do it. Can she get through the defenses of Milica Mandic here with her front leg just kind of staying in front of her face to keep her from doing it?
Yeah.
What a great side kick that she has. That cut kick motion or side kick motion that she has. It just shoots out so fast. And if you're not prepared, she'll score multiple points in a hurry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a bit of a one-way traffic here with Mandic, and she really has outclassed her opponent. And you know, you don't become a world number 2 without being the total athlete. And Mandic, you know, both these athletes were at the Olympic Games. They both trained up.
Oh, another backside roundhouse kick. Wow. With 36 seconds left and Crystal Weeks down by 11, she's definitely going to have to take some chances here, and with that being the case, she can put herself in harm's way, but she'll go in and try to do it here, and we'll see what happens.
Last 30 seconds, Mandic 11-0. I don't think I've seen a shutout for quite a while, but it looks, especially in this...
right, sure.
Especially in 2017 with the new rules, she's actually not even had a Gam-John against her name. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you jinxed her right there.
Oh, I just did it, didn't I? And there's another one. Oh, well, okay, I do apologise, Milica.
Yeah, I'm sure she's probably fine with it.
She's okay. She's got a bit of points taken off Mandic there. She still has a 12-point lead.
She'll accept your apology.
Some people have said, I've heard it before, that women's taekwondo is boring. I've just seen 2 bouts today, 2 finals. This is far from boring. There is nothing boring about what we're watching here. This is fantastic.
No, you're right. No, these are you know, professional athletes with you know, solid careers ahead of them, and explosive and active, and this is nothing but exciting to us. And yeah, we're fans of the sport, but fans of any sport would enjoy this, and I think they would enjoy the fact that they're competing on a world stage here, you know, in a combative sport.
Yeah.
Physical, great win.
Both finals very similar. The experienced athlete over the junior.
Sure.
But absolutely wonderful performance. Milica Mandic wins by 15 points to 4, and she takes the gold medal here at the 2017 US Open.
Yeah, congratulations to both players and their gold and silver medal, and they both had a great tournament today. And this being the last day, I hope they get to enjoy a little bit of our great city of Las Vegas here now for maybe the last night.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I wonder if any of them are staying for an extra day. I'm doing that myself, but there are some people who have